So I guess we could just jump into it, get to know you a little bit.
I appreciate you coming out, dog.
Oh no, well you're making some time for me. I know you're here for a seminar, but and usually I like to ask something like,
oh hell yeah, bring it on.
Yep.
Which one's that one?
The pork, right?
Number 4.
You want to try a little bit of this too? Yeah, I'll let you.
Yeah, I'll have a bite.
Did you learn how to do these in Thailand?
I knew how to do that long before. I got you, dog. I got you.
I do tend to ask something
Japanese
like
in a past life or something. Dog.
Yeah. I would be like, oh, when did you catch the acting bug? But I already seen like on social media or bios that
I caught the acting bug.
Kindergarten?
Nah. I did a lot of elementary school plays.
Right. Like the Big Bad Wolf, right, or something like that.
No. It was classics, man. It was
Did
like
they make that up?
I was Uncle Fritz and what is it? The Nutcracker.
Okay.
In 4th grade.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been playing like old men, like all my youth actually. The first time I played a character my age wasn't until I was like in my 30s. I was always playing older. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you have like any sort of inspiration or like what made you to even try to do school theater plays and stuff like?
Well, like I said, started out like doing school plays, but I was also singing in the choir, like singing in the choir from like my Baptist church from like the age of 6, 7 all the way through high school, and then even did choir when I went to college. So the singing mixed with like performance, and that led to musical theater.
Yeah.
Like I started doing musical theater in high school. It was like I was playing football, and then the off season I would do a musical down at the community theater.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ocala Civic Theater.
Yeah.
That kind of gave me my start,
Yeah. Well, born and raised in Ocala.
Oh yeah. That look clean too. Clean on the inside.
Hey, we're not the doughboys like Mike mentioned them.
Paint job. Hey, we're eating healthy out here. You gotta stay ripped. So I think it was my junior year. I did Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat at the Ocala Civic Theater. And it was cool. Like this, I'd never done like a full like process. Like we rehearsed for like a month and some change. The director, I forget his name, but he was a really kind guy. Like I went in for the audition. I remember I sang this Temptation song. It was like because I never really sang like pop songs.
Okay.
I was singing like musical theater stuff, but so I sang "Heard It Through the Grapevine."
Okay.
And it was just like. It was fun, the whole journey.
Yeah.
And I kind of fell in love with it,
Yeah.
But I mean, I had done like pieces of acting, like reciting poetry at church or singing, reading plays out loud in school, like, and then high school was when it was kind of like, oh, if you put all these things together, it's kind of great to like be a part of a community and just create a show, So yeah, Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is what like sparked it, and then the beginning of high school and the end of high school. So I started doing this competition through ITS, International Thespian Society, and they ended up doing like a high school cast, national high school cast of the show called Ragtime, and like 300 kids auditioned, 35 were called back. Wait, no. 50 were called back and 35 were cast. And I got cast in that show.
Yeah.
From 300 kids to 50 to 35. After that, I was like, damn, maybe I should like do this,
Was there anybody like in your life, or even maybe somebody you watched on screen or something that was kind of an inspiration, like that's a possibility that that kind of had you kind of go in that direction? Or just it wasn't school.
No, it wasn't anybody outside of my life. So the artistic director of that community theater, a lovely woman named Mary Britt, and she kind of took me under her wing. It's cool when you're like young and then you have somebody that really believes in you. And she. Fuck, this is crazy.
It's been a while.
Yeah. It's, she passed away like a couple years ago. But that little push.
Yeah.
A mess.
Okay.
That little push, that little like encouragement.
Yeah.
Because she, like maybe a year or two before, she had gave me like the soundtrack to that show, Ragtime.
Yeah.
So me being cast in it was like a full circle moment with her seeing me and Joseph, and then like believing in me to like, just give me a little nudge.
Yeah.
And that always stuck with me. So later on, like, I ended up quitting football the end of my junior year, and went on to do that play.
Yeah.
And then decided to go to school for acting.
Yeah. That makes a world of difference. Somebody to believe in you. You know, it's a lot of things that we start on our own. It's we do it because we're interested in it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, well, like I'm just doing it for fun. But if there's somebody whose opinions you value, and say like, hey, you should keep doing this. That just it makes a world of difference. Like I started the Twisted Metal podcast because like of MJ's involvement. And the fact that he kind of endorsed us like early on, like, hey, I love what these guys did with Cobra Kai. I can't wait to see what they do with Twisted Metal. I'm like, well, there we go. Like, him endorsing me, I was like, well, I got to keep going, right?
Yeah.
And so, I will see if I can catch a bottle, or lightning in a bottle twice, with this podcast. I did not know that you were in choir, and it sounds like you sang for a long time. I am. I am.
I'm black, we grow up in the choir, that's what we do.
Yeah. But I understand that you have an original song, Catch 22.
Oh, you've been digging.
Yeah, I sure did. Now, I know you did a karaoke a couple years ago, I think, in front of people, but I also watched True Blue.
Oh,
and you
wow.
were Patrice.
Yeah,
where you actually sang that song.
Yeah.
Because I was curious, like, oh, what's that song he's singing? And then I saw at the end of the credits, performed and written by
you're good.
Michael James Shaw.
You're good.
So I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you're willing to share, like True Blue, how did you get attached to that? And also that song Catch 22.
True Blue, so wow, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I do remember.
It's available online.
Did you watch it?
I watched it.
You watched the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing. It was like, what, 19 minutes or 18 minutes?
Yeah, it's a short. Yeah. But no, it was a great experience. Wachowski. Wachowski. God damn it. He's a good dude. Really fucking talented actor, man. I just remember looking in his eyes as we were shooting the first couple scenes, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun, And I found some new stuff within myself, working with him. It's cool when you work with really seasoned actors. He's been in everything, man. He's run the gamut. He teaches, he directs, he does the whole. He lives the life of a true working actor, a working artist, and you can feel it. It's like he means his business when he shows up to work, but it's also fun and you learn something from it,
And so the sequence where Patrice sings. Were you asked to come up with a song? Did you already have that in your back pocket?
I'm always trying to plug my shit. I wrote that song on the guitar many moons ago, probably when I was just coming out of Juilliard or something. I used to just in my downtime, I just write songs on the guitar or write songs on GarageBand. That's my little inlet, and I'm still doing it. I still do it every day.
Yeah.
I've just moved on to different programs. I use MPC now and Logic, and I'm starting to pick up the guitar again and just play straight through and play it live.
Yeah.
Something about that.
Yeah.
But I really have enjoyed my little side quest into creating beats on the MPC.
You ever mess with Fruity Loops?
No, I don't like loops, dog. I'll craft my own sounds, I love to, one of my favorite things to do was take, I find a beautiful kind of sample from Splice, and then I would feed it through Effectrix, then a looperator, and create a sound you never heard before. I'm really inspired by Pharrell and Timbaland, and these outer worldly kind of samples that they use, and how it pushes the envelope of what we know hip hop to be or R&B to be, and I appreciate it that influence. That's the music I grew up to.
Right, yeah.
You know how when
I'm a little bit older than you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, if Wikipedia is correct, yes, I'm a few years older than you.
If Wikipedia is correct.
Yeah, I don't know if the DOB is correct, but I saw that, I was like, man, here you go, I'm older, so.
But no. There's that saying, the music that you think is classic, that's prime, in your like 20s and 30s, you'll never move away from that.
Right.
I mean, I do listen to some new stuff, you know, but that music has like a truth that I don't know, my soul just kind of responds to. Older music too. Like when I moved to LA, I started a record collection. Like so, I've been collecting vinyls of classical music. I got like all of Stevie Wonder, and also some new stuff like Tom Misch. I love his music. Kate Tronada. I have a lot of vinyl, and that's been kind of fun to like delve into the texture, you know.
Right.
When like it's a real like vibration. So yeah, I'm just kind of diving into that. But
I do listen Pharrell and Timbaland. I do like that that reel that you shared maybe a couple weeks ago or so, where they're going back and forth.
Oh, when they were like,
you
know,
oh well, you came up with this song, and
they beatbox each other's beats.
It's
like,
so good.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah. Yeah, the Timbaland was Missy's my favorite performer. She's my favorite. My 6-year-old daughter, she's getting into. She likes to watch artists perform live. One of her favorite performances is Rihanna at the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
When she was pregnant, you know, and so like she loves to watch the performance. Like I think she wants to become a performer. She's in ballet, she's in dance, and so I think she likes watching people, you know, how they perform live, and she likes to put on for us a little bit, you know, when the music's on. Oh yeah. She's not shy.
Beautiful.
Maybe around new people, but you know, yeah, we'll see.
That's great. Always listen to the kid though, you know.
Yeah.
Because interests change.
But
don't let them have too much freedom. I remember there was a moment. So after I did the ragtime show, I was singing the song "Make Them Hear You" from it everywhere. And my mom, she kind of became a little bit, she was kind of pushing me a little bit. So she booked me for a couple of things like through her work. Like there was a March of Dimes, like marathon. Then they had like people coming in performing throughout to keep people motivated. So she booked me one night to sing at the March of Dimes. And I don't know why, but I didn't want to do it. Maybe I was a little stage. I had some stage fright because it was in front of my mom's friends or something. I don't know. But that was one of the times where she was like, "Motherfucker, you gonna do this shit? Get your ass up on that stage and you do it."
Do you think that I mean, because the March of Dimes is a pretty big event, and those turnouts tend to be.
I mean, in retrospect, I don't know why I was even bothered. It's a chance to get up. Yeah. Of course I did it. I would have got my ass whooped. I didn't want to get no ass whooping. So yeah, it was a minuscule thing.
Yeah.
But I do look back at that moment, so maybe I did learn something from it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a gift to be able to do what we do, and yeah, don't take that for granted.
Yeah, we're definitely not trying. Well, I mean, trying to be careful with towing the line with being a helicopter parent, and also just listening to them and letting them make the decisions, but within reason, you know, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been a father more than half of my life. Like I was a teenage father, so yeah. So my oldest son just turned 25.
Wow.
Yeah, I was 17 when I had him. End of junior year in high school. Yeah, I'm 42.
Motherfucker, you don't crack.
Yeah. Asian don't raisin. You know, so we have our saying too. Les Bernard. Is that the one you did in New York?
Wow.
Right. You're like
how do you know about that?
Seller. Yeah,
oh my God.
I just see what you've done, and
okay, so
if I can even find the videos.
That was I don't know if that was available anywhere, but
it still is. I found it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Anna Stipko.
Anna Stipko. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was at Juilliard, right? They had a stipulations like you can't work or pursue work while you're in school. And I was like, this is bullshit. I'm in New York. NYU is right down the street. They have like one of the best film schools in the world.
Right.
Why wouldn't I be down there auditioning for the film school? I'd be down there at Tisch auditioning for like the open calls for films and whatnot. And from that, I met Anna. I had to audition. I wish we could have like
had the audition tape.
Yeah, because we filmed it live on the streets in Canal Street, and literally I was doing that guy.
Okay, Samba.
Yeah. But and like improv, like live action, like walking up to people, and I feel like my audition was so much better than the actual film because it was like real. You know, the dialect became something natural. It was easier to manage when it was like real stakes. You know, but that's what I learned from that project, or that. Even though the film itself I wasn't quite happy with, like I felt like there was some emotional depth, but the authenticity of really being out there, and this is you're fighting for your life, or there's a lot on the on the table, you know, and it's playful, but it's also like, you know, how do you get this person to buy?
Right.
You know, how do you get them interested? Whether it's sweet talking or, you know, appealing to whatever interest that they reveal, you know?
Yeah.
That was fun to like play with, and I really had a great time working with Anna. I thought that film was beautifully shot, man.
Yeah.
And it had a lot of heart. And from there, I worked with another filmmaker, Stefan Bristol.
Brutus.
We did an adaptation of Julius Caesar set in like the music industry. And I remember auditioning for him. And we sat down after. He's like, "So who do you want to play?" And because I was always playing like these authority figures.
Right.
So Caesar seemed like a good fit. It's crazy that after shooting that film, I'm still in touch with Rory and Charles. Like we're all like homies, even though we're not in the same city anymore. Like we still see each other and keep in touch. Like Charles is out there doing his thing. Rory is like writing and producing. Like they're all like top guys, and Stefan is like, you know,
he's doing stuff. He just did.
He's fucking kicking ass, man.
What's that? He just did like a time traveling movie kind of thing.
Yeah, with Jennifer Hudson and
Michael J. Fox was in it.
Yeah.
2019, I think it was.
Wait, I don't know the title.
See you tomorrow. See you yesterday.
Yeah, see you yesterday.
Yeah, see you yesterday.
He was kicking ass, man.
I think that was Netflix. Dynamite.
Oh shit!
I want to see a full length feature.
Me too, actually, man.
I like that.
So in New York, I had a commercial agent for a little bit, and I'm just not good at, you know, hi, welcome. I'm not good at that shit. I just feel like cheesy, and I feel like I'm stinking up the place. It's like lychee juice drink. Like, what the fuck? Why?
Right.
It's odd. So I never booked anything with them. I never booked anything except for Dynamite. Daniel Fries wrote and directed that. I guess it was a spoof. I guess you would call it. Yeah. But I remember, working on that and just having so much fun. Like literally, it was kind of like flat. We shot that all in one day. And it was just cool to like not know as much because I just got the script like the day before, and just like collaborate, you know. Fun to like delve into. I as an actor artist, I like to delve into worlds. Like I told my managers, I was like, yo, I'm only gonna book if it's a period piece or if it's a heightened world straight out of a comic book or a video game.
Right.
I feel like those are the things that sell, or I don't know, my spirit just kind of ignites for that stuff. It's both those things are Shakespearean, you know. They're heightened classical worlds because people don't speak like they normally do. They don't see the world as we do. Right. So naturally, that's the kind of stuff I'm drawn to. You know, I'm just a fucking alien. I don't know.
No, I mean, I like watching period movies. I mean, I was noticing the costume too in Dynamite. I was just like, man, it looks so authentic.
They did their thing on that.
Yeah.
The wig, I was just like, whoa. I could rock this fro for real. Like this is not a,
it was a good look.
Ain't a bad look. But yeah, Daniel Fries is great, man. We're still collaborating right now. We're actually working on a show that he wrote and we're developing together called Black Sand.
Can't say too much about that, I bet.
Well, I guess I could. I don't know if it should. It's not picked up, but Daniel wrote this fantastic script that tells the story of, okay, if you had the chance to live another life, would you take it?
And leave everything else behind?
Completely different life. No one knows who you are. You get to carve out your existence.
That's such a tough question.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah.
So if you're offered that opportunity, would you take it?
Yeah, I'd probably say no. Yeah, it kind of situational, right? Like I just mentioned, I got 5 kids.
True.
I love my kids. I can't imagine leaving them. Even
So Black Sand deals with that question in a really bold way, but you do find out like, oh, the life that I thought I was going to create isn't quite what I expected.
Right.
It
never is.
But it's fun to go down the rabbit hole, Mm-hmm. Maybe even rectify some of the wrongs you did in your own life through this new life.
See, that sounds like Quantum Leap. A little bit.
It does play on a lot of different known like tropes or stories, like The Passenger with Jack Nicholson.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Let's see, Banshee.
It was
Cinemax.
Right. I didn't watch that, but I hear it was really good.
Yeah, you take on someone else's identity and you take on all of their problems and issues along with your own.
Oh, on top of that.
But isn't it fun?
Yeah. That's quite a dilemma. Sounds like a good idea. I mean,
people. I don't know if people ask this or people have been asked this question, but have you ever wanted to be someone else? Like,
right.
Even just for a day.
Oh, sure. I think about that all the time. I think I have a pretty decent pulse on like pop culture and such, and I'm a huge music fan. And
but like, what if you could be a spy?
Right. Or just anybody, right? Yeah.
Or a forger.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah,
Catch Me If You Can or something like that.
What if you could go into a world that you never would touch in your day-to-day life,
Are you familiar with D.B. Cooper?
What's that?
He's the guy who hijacked a plane out of PDX back in the 70s.
That's wild.
And then had the plane reroute as they were heading up to Seattle, held some of the crew members hostage and demanded money. And he got his money and disappeared. And
he got away with it.
Got away with it, and he's become a bit of a kind of American legend.
Urban legend, around what's his name?
D.B. Cooper. Did you ever watch Loki? In the very first episode, Loki is him in the very beginning when he's on a plane, and so they were playing with the.
Oh shoot!
With that a little bit, yeah.
That's a nice little layer of information. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But he
D.B. Cooper.
Yeah, D.B. Cooper.
Let me write that down. That's an interesting name.
So he disappeared.
For writers out there, that's an interesting thing.
And only like
what if he was black?
stack of bills was found like on the beach shore along the Willamette River, just north of here. So that's something I've always been fascinated too, because like the dude disappeared and nobody knows exactly who it was, and they have like a handful of people who they think it could be him. And I think there's even like.
That's fascinating.
I think there's even a convention like for like the Cooper heads or whatever they're called.
Interesting.
That get together, and all the the big names that have investigated the stuff. They all know each other.
We out of meat, so I'm switching to a spoon.
Let's see here. Let's see.
You digging deep, dog.
Yeah. There was.
Let me see how much you know about that time period, huh? Because I was a little renegade when I was in school at Juilliard. They told me you can't work. I was like, fuck that shit. Another thing I did this program with the Old Vic. It was pretty cool. Like they put together, what was it called? Fuck. It's through Old Vic New Voices. They had like a youth kind of outreach program where they were kind of building a community of young artists, writers, producers. And I had the unique experience of, it was 20 actors and creatives from London and 20 from New York, and we got to like swap places. So we went to England and we were paired together in like groups, like 2 or 3 actors, a writer and a producer, and we put on a small play. We rehearsed and like put together a small play and performed it at the Old Vic stage in England, and they did the same thing and brought their group over to the U.S. in New York and did their plays. I forget the theater, but it was downtown in East Village. The theater where Rent
Oh, yeah.
where it actually like premiered
Okay.
off Broadway. I forget the name of the theater.
Oh, I don't know.
But-
I just know the play.
Yeah.
And the movie.
Yeah, the play so much better. But the movie's great. But I fell in love with the play, man. That was actually one of the first shows I saw.
Often the plays are better if they came out before the movie.
But it's biased because, you know, in high school, there wasn't much like, well, we had the community theater and we had like the little plays we were doing in school and stuff, but they had tours that would come through Gainesville, which the Hippodrome Theater or something like that. This is the Roadhouse, basically. So I saw Rent with Constantine Morealis from American Idol.
Oh, I remember that name. It was like season 4 or something like that.
I don't know
really
what season
early.
it was, but I do remember he didn't play Roger. Yeah, he played Roger in that production. That was one of the first like Broadway like quality plays I had seen. It was a touring company. Then I saw Les Mis when it came through as well. Like a bunch of theater nerds from my high school. We all went together. It was cool.
I never saw Les Mis in theater. Well, I never saw the play, but actually, coincidentally, I did watch it for the first time in the theater. Well, the one with Hugh Jackman. I just watched that a couple years ago with Diani Rodriguez, who was in season 1 of Twisted Metal.
Oh, awesome!
I was in Atlanta,
Hell yeah,
linking up with her, and we went to go watch that.
Man, yeah, it's a different medium, man. I think the cool thing about the theater production was the set. It was like a fucking transformer. It was moving and morphing, and the show was still going on around it. It was really impressive to see like that kind of seamless transitioning from moment to moment to moment, and the set was kind of a character in its own because they could take you to a place in a moment.
Right.
I think that's the beauty of theater and why it's so special. You can transport someone just with thought. You know, with film and TV, it's great because you can use special effects, but like that's the beauty of what I learned at Juilliard, or what we got to experience at Juilliard. You know, we're in a big white room with no windows.
Yeah.
Well, it has windows at the top, so there's natural light coming in, and you just have a chair, and you tell the story of the Battle of Agincourt with your bodies, with your words, with your imagination. Like we do this project first year, we do a thing called the Discovery Project. And you basically put on a Shakespeare play with your class, and it's just you, like
Solo.
no, it's like
okay.
just your bodies.
Oh, okay,
like
I
you don't
gotcha.
have any props or lights or anything. It's a white room
Yeah.
with the lights are on, and people come in and watch you.
Your body's
perform.
the instrument. Or
You are
visual.
you,
Yeah.
not just your body.
Or
Your spirit, everything
Okay.
is the instrument. But it's a really fun project. It's like you go back to kindergarten and you're playing make believe with your friends,
Right.
but you're at a conservatory, you know. It was fun.
Do you have a preference of between performing in a live audience or behind the camera, where you can have different takes and try different lines, room for
Okay,
improvising?
so I mean, they're all valid art forms, and I used to be more biased toward theater. So I realized that film and TV is how they're similar in terms of process, or because in theater you get to sit around the table, you discuss, you read the play and then you talk about it for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and you get a deeper understanding about it. Whereas with film and TV, you kind of do that on your own. Like as you're working on the scripts, you're like asking questions and looking at documentaries and reading books and watching fandom things on YouTube about Twisted Metal, or reading comic books, or whatever, and it leads to other things. Like that's how I found jiu-jitsu, working on The Walking Dead. Mercer,
Michael Mercer,
yeah, he was ex-military, and the hand-to-hand combat that they use is Gracie techniques, Gracie combatives, and they just so happened to be a Gracie school that was like 5 minutes away from my house while I was shooting it.
Okay. Were you staying in Atlanta?
I was out near Peachtree City, Sonoya area, out in Noonan, and I started doing Gracie in the evenings after I rapped, and it's weird because it's like you just do something inadvertently, or not inadvertently. It was a conscious choice, and it made sense logically, but the experience of doing it taught me a lot about who Mercer was without me knowing it. It's kind of weird, but you kind of naturally allow yourself to start doing things as the character would, or not the character, but just like you just want a taste of what it felt like, what it feels like to be them, you know? And not just in the sense of me standing in front of the camera saying words, but what did he do in his downtime? Like, what was his relationship with his comrades? Because lo and behold, everybody in the class, like maybe 70% of the guys I was drilling with were ex-military or a cop. Well, you know, so it was just like, oh, that's the vibe, you know? That's the energy that he lived in, you know, that he was used to, you know? Because I didn't serve, my dad did serve, so I had that experience too, to add to it. And then me rolling Gracie, you know, I would finish a whole day of shooting and then go straight to jiu-jitsu, have my gi in the car, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it just meant that much to me.
Yeah.
And it helped me through that process in terms of like understanding the patience that this man would have, to know when to strike, to know when to be restrained, when to let someone in on what he's up to, you know, just really playing chess in a way. And I think, training jiu-jitsu at Gracie just helped me embody that. And the same thing with each character is different, each process is different. I felt like with Axel, it's tricky because the physicality came from knowing that I was going to be crucified the whole show. And I would just like do some exercises that kind of opened the shoulders up, and then I realized it wasn't until I got there and stepped inside the rig and felt it, you know, that I realized, oh shoot, all right, I have to really open my heart.
Yeah.
Not just like build my chest up. I have to open my heart in order to stand there and be strong.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But shout out to your dad, U.S. Navy, right?
Yeah, he's CB. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just lost my father last year, so I know what that's like. I served 10 years in the Army myself.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. So it's, you know, I always like to pay a little respect to those before me and stuff like that. You know, I come from both sides of my family, mom's side, dad's side, all military, you know, from Laos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
he was the dude.
Yeah. So did you guys travel around a lot when you were younger?
No.
No?
So this is what happened. They lived in Puerto Rico. They lived in Morocco. They tell me stories all the time about how living in Morocco and blah, 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 Morocco. And my sister went to elementary school in Africa. My brother was born in Puerto Rico. My dad, he was stationed in Japan for a bit. I don't know what city. He didn't talk about it much. It was just him. But they traveled all over the world. They moved back to Ocala and had my black ass. I was just like, y'all. So I traveled. I have never been on a plane with my family.
Okay.
It's always been solo.
Yeah.
Or with my niece, I'll take her places, but I've only traveled by myself, you know? I remember the first time I got on a plane was to go to, for that play, Ragtime.
Okay.
We rehearsed it in Vegas. So the first time I flew alone was a flight to Vegas to rehearse that musical. And then later that year, a flight to Nebraska to put on that show at the International Thespian Society.
Memories, huh?
Crazy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. It's been a while. It looks like. Well, I mean, it sounds like, you know, they were, you know, always kind of mobile, really, for lack of a better word. Were they pretty supportive of what you decided to do?
Oh yeah, my mom was, how do you put it? unbiasedly supportive of whatever I wanted to do, whether it was track and field. I threw shot put and discus. She'd drive me all up and down the coast of Florida and the coast of America to compete, you know, because it meant that much to me. My mom would sacrifice her left lung if it could help me get further. And I love her to death for that, because like I wouldn't have been able to go to Howard my first year. You know, she took out a loan on her 401k so I could do my first year. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah. No, that's
but yeah, Dad was like, after I quit football, he's like, looking at me sideways until he saw me on TV for the first time.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. He came. Both my parents came up when I was doing my last show at Juilliard. Me and a classmate on the main stage, we did this two-person play, Top Dog, Underdog. It's just us on stage for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think I could do that. I was blessed that they gave us that play to work on, but also frightened as fuck.
Yeah. That's a long time.
But it was cool. It was a cool experience, man. I was just fortunate that we got to share in a lot of memories before he passed, you know? Him seeing that play, that was a huge deal, you know? But he hadn't really seen me on stage since I was younger, you know? And then when he really understood it, you know, what I was trying to do, because I come home for Christmas and we'd be joking around with me. So you want to be like Chris Rock? I'd be like, no, dog, I'm not a comedian. I'm not a comedian. I'm funny sometimes, but I'm not a comedian. Nah, I don't get down like that. But Eddie Murphy? I'm like, nah, dad, come on. And then I did Constantine, and he's like, oh, I see now. All right, I get you.
Now you mentioned you mentioned the kind of projects that you like, you know, like your period pieces and you know, all
sci-fi. You know, like it all. If you look at my entire resume, it is majority that.
Right.
And maybe that's because I'm just a weirdo, but I love it. I love it.
There's nothing weird about it at all. I mean, so
I'm a nerd at heart too. So
you've done the graphic novels, you've done the comic books, you know, the Avengers. The upcoming Twisted Metal. Now, some of these characters do have, you know, like obviously Axel is a character in the game. So, like preparation for some of these roles, do you find it challenging at all trying to like capture what the original feel or the vibe of the character is? Like, I don't know if there's like with Axel, for example, or how did you approach that character? Like, did you have to watch any of the games? I don't know if there's actually video clips from the game.
I'll tell you from like start to finish, like what jumped me off. Like when they sent me the sides, I will admit, like I did not know much about the game. I do remember it, but I didn't have a PS1. But the scene that they sent me was so beautifully written. It just took me somewhere. And it was, so it's a lot of times when you're working on something, your whole job is to look at it and just find something that makes you like infinitely curious about it. Mm-hmm. And if you can find that thing, it doesn't feel like work anymore. It just feels like you're uncovering stuff like, oh wow, and you're just kind of like going autopilot. But if you don't find that, sometimes you have a guttural kind of like, I don't want to put this down. I just want to keep understanding more about it. And that was kind of this thing. I think my buddy Kareem was visiting LA. He was staying with me, and he's like, he was doing like a writing workshop. He's a writer. We met each other years ago back when I was auditioning for schools. We met at the Yale callback and it was me, him, and this guy Allie, who ended up being my classmate at Juilliard. We stayed a little late at the bar the first night of the callback. Like we closed out the bar in New Haven, and then ended up like doing Snow Angels and playing in the snow all night. So needless to say, we didn't get into that school, but we formed a friendship and a bond that will last a lifetime. But yeah, he helped me. He taped with me, like, and literally, we did 2 takes of the scene, and it's like a fucking 8 or 9 page scene. We did 2 takes of it, boom, boom, and I was like, I'm good.
So this was for the audition, or
for the audition?
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So then I did a Zoom call with the casting directors, with 2 other scenes, which are fun too. I don't want to tell you anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Spoiler free.
But yeah, it was just kind of like, sometimes you audition for something and you kind of like know. I just, like, Walking Dead was like that. Like, I taped with a buddy of mine over Thanksgiving break. We literally did 1 take of each scene. And I was like, all right. You know, you just know. You just know. Like, the work for it came so, like, naturally. And you hit the camera and there's no mistakes.
Right.
You know, when you can just live in the moment and just, like, be free there, that says something about your bonding to the material and the essence of what this thing is, you know? And it's been that Axel was like, yeah, he's part of my soul. He's a part of me.
So, like, to find Axel's voice, did you draw from any inspiration at all, from any characters, or maybe somebody that you know? Or it's just something you were reading and you almost kind of immediately just like, I know the voice?
It's not a voice. It's not. It's just like the soul, the essence. Like you start to understand that. And everything else is like a byproduct. But I don't know if you can post this, but you know, it's a black man in a post-apocalyptic world who, he's been through some shit. He's been wronged, you know, and so he has a mask. But he's also been hurt a lot too, and I think he's dealing with that turmoil. But like that other question earlier, if someone was able to grant you 1 wish that could change everything,
right,
you would do anything to get to that wish.
Right.
So those are the circumstances that we're dealing with in season 2.
Yeah.
Because I was like, at first, because I played it when I got it, I was like, all right, let me download this game and like play it and see what's going on. Yes. When you get down to like the nitty gritty of it, it's some brutal, twisted, literally, because every wish that he grants when you win the game, it's always like, oh, you got what you asked for, and then some. Be careful what you ask for, you know? So I like that kind of darkness that comes out of the game, but grappling with that question, what would you do if you were offered that chance?
Right.
Like,
right. Yeah. What would you?
What are you willing to do?
Right. Right.
Would you kill your fellow man, or double cross somebody, or would you do the right thing? Would you what? Right. Where do you stand? Like that question of like, have you ever wanted to be someone else? Like, where do you stand? Like, are you really the person that you say you are? Or what happens when the struggle is real?
Right.
Are you going to uphold that word, or are you going to? Yeah. So it's wacky and it's fun and it's like big guns and fucking toys.
Yeah.
But that darkness is sitting there at the center of it.
So how did it? So we've seen very little bit of actual footage. Like the very first teaser, we saw like the gloves go into the wheel, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like to to insert yourself into that vehicle? I don't know what the rig looks like or anything.
Oh, you haven't zoomed in yet?
I mean, I can't tell if it's like CG at points or whatever, but yeah, it just looks like the hands go right into the wheels basically, and it's, you know. But does it feel like almost in a sense like putting on a suit?
I mean, his appendages, yes, but this is unique. Shout out to like Sophie, who built in props, who designed and built that rig. She's fantastic, and she designed the hands.
Okay.
Really fantastic, and Joshua, who our special effects guy, who like made me look so good.
Right.
Thank you, making you look so good.
Yeah.
But this one's different because I am the costume.
Right.
I didn't get to wear any clothes this whole time.
Does it operate, obviously, like, right, the wheels itself, like you could stand in it?
He operates it. Hands go in, and this operates it. It rotates.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I can't physically,
But
I can imagine, like, imagine my fist just rotating, like,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's cool because it's like surfing, because your feet are on that platform, and that platform has like a bit of sway. It was like when we were trying it out, I was like, oh, can we give it a little more give, because it had like brakes on it so that it would not roll away. But yeah, it was fun to like play with that tension of my arms and my lat holding me up, but also like using my legs to, like, I don't know, create. Because in the video game, it's two-dimensional. He's just like stoic, but I wanted to see how much movement or how much like bodily, how much movement or expression I could get in that frame and still feel strong and still like feel like I'm in control of it, you know? But we had some little nifty tricks that we came up with to make it smooth and jazzy, you know what I'm saying?
I'm excited. How
make it rough and raw, you know?
I don't think this gives anything away, but how many episodes have you seen, or have you seen like at least an episode that's like the?
I ain't seen a damn thing.
Really? Okay.
I ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, just what we've seen too.
Well, yeah. I mean, some ADR stuff, but
Okay.
I haven't seen anything really.
That's interesting to me.
I'll see it soon, but yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Let's see here. Now, I could not find anywhere to watch this, and I really wanted to. You wrote a film called Roulette.
Oh shit!
I wanted to see that, and couldn't find anything on it. But
because it's been buried.
Yeah, you guys did a good job. That's what I couldn't find.
Oh yeah, that was cool because actually,
because you wrote it, yeah.
I remember this is what happened. So I came home for the holidays, and like me and my brother will sit on the porch and like smoke. He'll smoke Black and Mild, I'll smoke cigarettes. We just talk about shit, catch up. And he told me a story about this bouncer that was a friend of his in Ocala that had got like murdered on the job. And I was like, he just told me the details of the story, and I was like, that is weird. Like, how did that happen? Like, what are the details? And I just kind of, my own brain just was trying to figure out who double crossed who, and why did it end up spilling out at work? And I just kind of kept pondering it. And then my classmate Danny and this guy Alex, who I shot a short film with, we just started talking about stuff, and like we wrote a script. Alex Coop, yeah. We did like a little short that was really beautiful. I forget the name of it, but I had a really good time working with him. I love the way that he saw the world and whatnot, and we all kind of came together as a trio and like made Roulette. Like, it was. We were all trying to we're auditioning, and it was like, whatever, fuck this shit, let's make something. And then I got a bunch of my friends who I love and who I love their work together into a film. When we were all dirt poor, like struggling in New York.
Yeah.
I couldn't even afford a metro. I couldn't afford a metro card, dog. But we raised money to shoot a film. You know.
Yeah.
I have it. We submitted it to a few festivals. It didn't get picked up, and I think part of me was a little like, I gave up. It was a weird kind of thing. Like, I know I gave up because I started working, and it was like, oh, how do I get back to that self? And I'm trying to figure that out still. The self-starter, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's hard to balance out, like, when you're working for someone else, and then what do you want to do with your life and career? How do you manifest that while you're serving someone else? I think there's a way to do it. It's all still there. It's on the back burner, but yeah, I would love to take ownership of the art that I am making and bring the people on board that I want to work with to tell stories that I think the world should hear. Or I was doing stuff like that at Juilliard too. I had an organization called The Yard, Young Artists Reaching for Diversity. But it was also it was a nickname we called Juilliard. And we would get together and host talkbacks about plays that happened in New York about people of color or written by people of color or written for people of color. Just trying to like influence but also bring a different perspective into that school. And we'd host readings of plays. Like we did a reading of the Bluest Eye, written by Lydia Diamond. It's an adaptation of Toni Morrison's novel. And then we did Gum by Karen Hartman, that talks about female circumcision in the Middle East and the family kind of structure, kind of delves into that culture in a different way. But always trying to like open our own minds too to what someone else's experience is. And like we held a couple like talk back discussions. We got Susan Laurie Parks to come and speak about art and activism. I was like my junior year, but we were just kind of creating the community that we wanted to be a part of. That was a really good time, and I was happy that I had the platform and the space to like do that while I was training and doing Shakespeare and stuff like that, and you know. But also enriching my soul while I'm working on my craft. Yeah. But I continue to do that, but not on that same scale. That was brave. I didn't realize that at the time, but that was pretty brave.
There's a I didn't have time to watch the movie, but I watched the trailer where you play a character named Fantasy in Wiener Dog. I like the costume. It's a look.
It's fashion, man.
It is.
It's fashion.
He's an artist.
Artiste.
I expect nothing less from somebody named Fantasy, you know, to wear what he was wearing.
That was fun. Yeah,
it was like a dark comedy.
It was real. That's real, man. It's real shit.
Oh, okay. Documentary.
Nah, I had a good time working with Todd. Todd is crazy. I realized I was crazy working with him, you know. Yeah. But no, it's a weird little film. I loved it. I loved watching it back. It was cool because I got to work with Ellen Bernstein. Yeah. Oh my God. It was like Requiem for a Dream. And like, this is before.
She had a real funny line in the trailer about
did?
She did about being painted or drawn or something. I
can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember any like words. I do remember. I wish you would have used it because so there's that moment where I leave with the dog to take the dog for a walk, and I did this clown thing when I came back in. It's half intentional, but half like a mistake. Like I had the dog in my arm, but I came in the door and I got caught with the dog leash, and I was trying to stay cool, but also like not drop the dog. And I just like, it was awesome. Yeah. Because everybody was cracking up, but they didn't use it because it's probably too much. But I love those moments where it's a big mistake, and you just kind of keep playing it. Yeah. You got egg on your face, but it's like. That was the scariest thing for me in school, is like clown work. It's like you have to sometimes humiliate yourself in order for the audience to laugh, or they find joy in your expense. And it's a class that I dreaded going to, because you put on a clown nose and you have to just like sacrifice your soul to make someone laugh.
Yeah.
But you really do. You have to give a little bit of something to make someone laugh, you know? Really like laugh, you know? But yeah, that was a cool clown that I played. And then I played another clown. I think he's a clown, even though he's like ex-military, blah blah blah. It's usually the same title, ex-military. So this guy was ex-military, arms dealer, living under an alias, Shaw in Blood and Treasure. I don't know if
yeah, it's I saw the trailer.
You saw the trailer?
Yeah, because it was 2 seasons maybe.
Yeah, 2 seasons.
Yeah, I did see that.
You didn't watch?
I didn't watch it. Oh, you know what? I can't believe we've been talking this long and I haven't brought this up.
What?
I watched you in Limitless.
Oh shit!
I watched the entire first season.
Well, there's only one season.
I know. Well, I was mad that it didn't get renewed. That it didn't get picked up. Me and my wife. That was a show that we actually watched together, and we don't have a lot of those.
So, Limitless was fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's where I met Steven Scaia and Matt Fetterman. 2 fucking weirdos, but they love comedy and they love fucking like those old school movies like shit. No, they're Steven Scaia and Matt Fetterman are fantastic writers, man. And they went on from Limitless to create Blood and Treasure.
Oh.
So it was kind of like our little continuation of Limitless, you know?
Oh wow, that makes sense. So yeah, some of the casting, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, some of the guest stars and family that came through, yeah. But Blood and Treasure was a hoot, man.
Okay.
I think it's like one of the funnest shows I have ever shot, because I got to be silly, conniving. I got to be a badass and a fop at the same time. This guy, he's just fun. It's just fun.
Yeah.
You know, he's just fun.
It has a feel of like a National Treasure, you know.
Yeah, National Treasure meets like Indiana Jones meets like Thomas Crown Affair or Snatch, or
I love all of those.
You know, a little bit of Oceans, but super nerdy, like, because you know, who doesn't like treasure hunting, like with guns and like fancy clothes, like traveling the world, like literally we got to travel the world, man. I went to like 4 different continents, like shooting that show. It was great.
I think it was the season 2 trailer that I watched.
Oh, so we shot in Thailand. That was the big kicker. But we also shot in Rome, Italy, Turin. We shot in Morocco, Marrakesh, Tangier. Montreal was like a big part of our production. Like, it was a good time, man. It's really beautiful places. And really, again, like, when a show is good, it's like, it's good because everybody involved, from like the crew, costumes, makeup. I'm still friends with Colleen, who was like one of the makeup artists on the show. You know, it's like these people, they become your family, you know, and if it's like a really good one, it's like they become your family for life, you know. And we got to travel the world together. It's just fantastic. It was a good time.
I'll check it out. It does sound like, I mean, it looks like it's up my alley. I was trying to see what all I can find. You mentioned Thailand. Well, let's finish up with this here. You did travel recently, just a few months ago.
So how I ended up in Thailand. So it goes back to December when I went to. So in December, I went to this thing called Jiu-Jitsu Overdose. So it's a competition. So you get to watch 3 nights of Eddie Bravo Invitational, Medusa, and Combat Jiu-Jitsu. So each night there's a competition. And in the mornings you have seminars with like some great jiu-jitsu practitioners. And while I was there, we're in Cancun, Mexico, hanging out. I met a bunch of weirdos from Portland who kept talking about, oh man, remember that trip to Thailand? Da, da, da. So these guys go to Thailand like once a year and train jiu-jitsu on an island in the Gulf of Thailand. And me and those weirdos became friends, and then they ended up roping me into going to Thailand, and I had a great time. Like, it's one of my bucket list things. I've been to Thailand before, but I'd never been down to the Gulf. Really great people, and then lo and behold, the seminar we did was called No Gi Summit, and now I'm here in Portland for No Gi Summit Northwest with the same weirdos that I met in Cancun.
Now, did you try anything different for the first time this last trip? Food wise?
I just got here today.
No, in Thailand.
Oh, in Thailand.
Yeah.
Because
I've never been, and if I went over there, I would try all the delicacies and anything I couldn't get in the U.S.
My advice is to like go to the small mom and pop joint where they don't have no AC.
Yeah.
And it's just like propped up on. That's usually the best food. Yeah. But try everything. They got so much of everything out there. Go see a Muay Thai fight in every city you go to. Like that was one thing I was sleeping on, and then I saw a one championship fight in Bangkok. That shit was lit. Yeah. It was a mixture of MMA. They had some jiu-jitsu matches, and they had some Muay Thai matches that were like just top notch, man. The technique is like crazy. I had never seen a Muay Thai fight live. So after that, I went every city I went to. I found a Muay Thai fight to go check out. It's great for training, great for any sort of like combat, man. It's brutal.
Yeah. Elbows and knees, and ankles.
That can fuck you up.
That shins and all that. Ugh.
You know, how many people I got get knocked out? You know,
I'm too fragile for that.
I don't like striking. You know what I'm saying? I gotta protect this beautiful face. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. It's the moneymaker.
Yeah.